Hey, how's it going? It's Andy Burns, editor-in-chief of BiffBamPop.com, here with another one of our patented video unboxings of box sets. Maybe not patented, but yeah, we still do them every so often when a cool box set comes my way. The one that we're going to look at today comes from the band Roxy Music, the art rock band Roxy Music that had their sort of, I guess their heyday started in the 70s with guys in the band like Brian Eno and Brian Ferry, probably the two most recognizable names in terms of music to come out of Roxy Music. The band had a good career during the 70s. They kind of went from this crazy sort of art rock band to a little bit more pop oriented. Got some play on the radio. I think their most recognizable album in terms of the mainstream was Avalon. A gorgeous album. So if you don't have any Roxy Music albums, you'd want to pick up Avalon, or you could pick up the new Roxy Music, the complete studio recordings box set. It's actually pretty inexpensive for what you get in here. I think it's running between $70 to $80 off of Amazon.ca. And what you get are all the band's studio albums. So you get Roxy Music, For Your Pleasure, Stranded, Country Life, Siren, Manifesto, Flesh and Blood, and Avalon. And then you get a 2 CD collection of singles, B-sides, and alternate mixes. So first off, as you can see, it's a nice... I really like packaging like this because it doesn't take up too much space on your shelf. And if you're a music collector at all and you do go out and buy box sets, you know that your shelf space is pretty limited. So already kudos for the size. This is pretty cool. Open it up. And what you get is another one of my favorite things. It is the mini vinyl gatefold replicas. So let's just take all of these out. Well, maybe it's best to take out one at a time. They feel good, which is nice. Feel good in your hands. Definitely high quality. Here's the first album. Looks really... it looks sharp and it feels good. It's got notes in here, so that's cool. And here you have, this is pretty generic. It's great to have a sleeve cover, but it's pretty generic. So yeah, so I'll just pull these out. There's been a few reviews online, because it's out in the UK right now, about a few things missing. And really, if you take a look, and I'm kind of looking through here now, one of the criticisms that they had is that there's no liner notes in terms of, where is this new remastering, which it is. If you actually do a search and you go onto a couple music posting boards, you'll be able to see that, yeah, it's been newly remastered, and that's one of the things that's been getting raves, is the sound on the album. This is For Your Pleasure, the second album. Really good, like really high quality, but you know what, like once again, let me check. Yeah, see, this is a little unfortunate that it's, there's nothing contained on the sleeve itself. I know that I have a replica of Avalon that I got probably about 10 years or so ago, and it did have some. It did have, your sleeve actually was actually had some writing on it. So that's not cool. But I think what you're getting here, and I am a big fan. The reproductions are amazing, and Roxy Music was well known for having good-looking women on their album covers. It's a little bit of a staple of the band, a little bit of a staple for Brian Ferry. So, I like what I'm seeing. This is not cool, though. That's a total disappointment, to be honest with you. We'll speed things up a little bit, because I think that you can kind of get the gist of what you've got here. I remember the first time I saw this album cover for Country Life. It was in Rolling Stone magazine's list of the top album covers of all time. And I think you can see why. Once again, it's just one of those staples of Roxy Music. Image for them was as important as the music itself. Once again, nothing on the sleeve. I believe that's Jerry Hall on the cover to Siren. She used to go out with Brian Ferry. If anyone wants to correct me and tell me that I'm wrong, definitely do so. But I'm pretty certain. So this is cool. The vinyl, I think if you're a record collector, having the mini gatefold is always awesome. I think that what this set is definitely lacking is, it tells you who the players are on the back because it's a vinyl replica, but you're not getting any sorts of notes. 2 more albums to go. Flesh and Blood. And then the last one, the one, I mean, this is a very cool set to get too, because I only had one Roxy Music album, and it would be Avalon, and I love it. So getting all of their studio collection, but they're also one of those bands that didn't put out a ton of albums, but most of the albums that they did put out were pretty well regarded. So to get them all in one shot for a really reasonable price is, that sort of numbs the disappointment of no liner notes. Nothing on the new remasters or anything. I mean, the discs look good, but if you're not one to go out and Google a band and find out all you can about a band, and you know what, in this day and age, people who are buying this either know it, or they will, like me, go out and Google everything that you need to know about Roxy Music. So, I mean, you get the great packaging, and hopefully the sound will be good. I'm going to take a listen to all the albums, and we'll have a write-up on BiffBamPop.com. And that's one of the other things that I'm hearing, is that the sound is impeccable. So I guess you take that, but unfortunately, I mean, even here, with the, now, so this is the B-sides, the singles, and alternative mixes. There's no information, really. You get, you know, this is a USA 7-inch mix, this is a 12-inch version, but where is it coming from? So that's the big disappointment, I think. No explanation as to what we're looking at in terms of remastered sound and, you know, any sort of historical stuff on the band. However, what you do get for a really reasonable price is the catalog for a pretty well-regarded band in rock history. And once again, you know what? You've got 10 discs total, all looking good, and for a pretty decent price that you can find on Amazon.ca. So, yeah, not getting the historical stuff, that's a bit of a bummer for me. But getting everything that this band has done in terms of studio material, that's a big plus. And hopefully the sound will be good, and I'm anticipating that. So once you're finished watching this, give me a couple days, and I'm going to go through all the studio albums and take a listen, and I'll let you know in terms of sound quality and a little bit of a deeper dive into all this Roxy Music stuff. But I like what I'm seeing. Would have liked more historical notes, but overall, the right price, the right band. So there you go. Anyway, Andy Burns, BiffBamPop.com. Follow us on the Twitter, find us on the Facebook, and definitely check out the site. And yeah, and maybe you'll want to pick up Roxy Music, the complete studio recordings. Until next time, Andy Burns, BiffBamPop.com. We'll see you later.